Okay, we're on to episode 11, season 4, episode 11, title Claimed. I decided to skip episode 10 because, for one, I'm getting impatient getting to Rick and Michonne's story. I didn't mind going through all the episodes throughout the seasons, but the demand is just not there. I'm not getting the views for The Walking Dead, and because it takes so much effort and work, because I'm so busy with my regular work, it's really disappointing to see that it's just not what the people who come to my channel want to see. So I decided to stick with Rick and Michonne's story for myself and for fans of the couple, because I enjoy their story. One of my favorite, actually my all-time favorite TV romances. So I enjoy watching and reacting to their story. But also, I have a different take, and it's not a take that's very common out there about this iconic couple's story. So I'd rather put my effort in that, and in the meantime, I'm hoping to react to other shows, other films. So if you have any suggestion of a show that you'd love to see or a movie that you'd like me to react to, I'll put up a poll asking what you'd like to see me react to, and you can leave your suggestions in the comments below the poll. So now that we've taken care of that little housekeeping out of the way, let's get back to Rick and Michonne's story, episode 11, Claimed.
Do not fire that weapon!
Abraham. Fun little fact, Abraham is a natural blonde. He has red hair in the show, but he's a natural blonde. And he's also directed a few episodes of The Walking Dead.
Oh, honey, look at you. You're a damn mess.
Michael Cutlass.
What?
Never seen that before.
Seen what?
Saying you do the same thing.
You smiled.
Oh, he enjoys it. Carl eating his cornflakes with water. Ooh. Look at his smile looking at Michonne.
Do you have something to say about my extremely comfortable and attractive shirt?
It looks great. Oh, you missed it. Wish we had some soy milk. Seriously?
Yes, seriously. Have you ever tried it?
I tried it.
And?
I threw up.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right. It was so gross. I mean, literally, I would rather have powdered milk than to have to drink that stuff again. I would rather have Judas formula. Oh my god, it's my pocket.
He's grieving Judith. What are you looking for, Rick?
Thank you.
Thank you.
I heard him laughing in there. Almost forgot what that sounded like. I can't be his father and his best friend. He needs you. I know that's a lot to throw at you, so if you're ever feeling like you need a break...
I'm done taking breaks.
Pause. Michonne says she's done taking breaks. Rick tells Michonne that Carl needs her, which is a truth. We saw it from that opening scene between them. Those beatific smiles on their faces and just reminiscing and laughing, and Carl being a little boy again, being a kid. And Rick sees that, sees what Michonne brings out in him, and he wants that for his son. But, and this is why I couldn't wait to get to this episode. In the episodes prior, I already shared with you that Rick has fallen in love with Michonne. Season 3, we had the instant awareness when he met her, that antagonistic push and pull, that attraction he felt for her, yet the mistrust and pushing her away, but yet keeping her around. He was off balance. Michonne knocked him off his feet. He wasn't ready. He wasn't in a place to embrace or even analyze what he was feeling because of his grief and trauma over the loss of Lori and the guilt that's been oppressing him about not being able to keep her safe. The very thing that Shane and Laurie accused him of. So he was just not in a frame of mind to even, consider what he was feeling in terms of his attraction to Michonne. Then things got settled at the prison and Michonne got integrated into the group. And instead of letting us in on what the characters were thinking, they played it safe by hinting, by dropping little nuggets of evidence that they could later rely on or come back to. After they were settled at the prison, we got clear indication that Rick had developed feelings for Michonne. They didn't show us the degrees, the steps in getting there. They just went from attraction, push and pull, antagonistic, then they're at an understanding, and then the season starts with Rick welcoming Michonne home, Michonne bringing home gifts for Rick and Carl, and then with Michonne relaying that she's not going to stay. She's going to go back out to look for the governor. That's where we got a glimmer of what is going on with Rick without Rick saying anything. He was upset. Carl was allowed to express what he felt. He wasn't pleased, and Carl told her, he was like, come on, you just got home. And then Daryl came, and again, instead of us getting to hear Rick express what he's thinking or feeling in terms of Michonne, we get third-party observation through Daryl. We get Daryl advocating on Rick's behalf. The first half of the season, we got instances with Rick asking after Michonne's well-being. So again, we're seeing that he cares. Just like how we only saw Michonne bringing gifts for Carl and Rick, we saw instances of Rick specifically asking after Michonne's well-being. We know he cares for the group, but he's singling out Michonne to verbally entreat her to be safe. And then also this scene was very, very insightful, where Rick came out and asked Michonne if she needed any help. She was gathering the bodies of the walkers to take out to burn, and he went over and offered to help, and she turned down his help. The camera focused on Rick's face, and he was very disappointed. So it was clear he asked her to help, not just to help, but to spend time with her. That showed me Rick was testing the waters to see if Michonne would be receptive to him and to any overture that he may make towards her romantically. He never pursued her. He never made her explicitly aware that he was interested in her more than as a friend, because of her relationship with Carl. And here, the beginning of this episode, here we see him express why. Because Carl needs her. He sees the relationship, the bond that Carl and Michonne has, and he does not want to jeopardize that relationship in any way. Look at this. If he asks her, if he lets her in on his feelings for her, and it's not reciprocated, the fear is that Michonne may feel awkward around him, which may make her distance herself from him, which would cause her to distance herself from Carl. Rick knows, Rick sees, we know, and we see how independent Michonne is. She will go off on her own and stay gone for a very long time, or just leave. And Rick wants her around. He's putting his son's well-being above his feelings and his well-being. We saw that all throughout episode 9. For Rick, it's about surviving to make sure Carl survives. The writers did not give us overt insights into what Rick was feeling. You have Maggie and Glenn espousing how they feel all the time, but they have Rick reticence, keeping what he thinks and what he feels close to his chest. And here, the beginning of this episode, we get the reason why. Because he does not want to jeopardize what Carl and Michonne has in any way. So yes, here in episode 11, Rick is in love with Michonne, but Rick has decided to put himself last. Rick has decided not to follow through with his feelings because, one, he does not think it's reciprocated. Again, that episode where Michonne rejected his offer of spending time with her was Rick's cue. That was him trying to find out, is there a possibility? After what he and Carl went through, Rick made a decision. He was so happy to see Michonne at the end of episode 9. It's the most beautiful smile I've ever seen on Rick's face. He was so happy for his son. Now we're going to see the second part of Rick's decision, of Rick's choice, and it's a very, very pivotal choice. So all this that I've said, it's not just random speak, because Rick is going to make a very, very important decision. Rick asked Michonne to be part of his family, not the group, not like what there was before or what will be in the future with him over a group of people, team family. That's not what I'm talking about. Rick is asking Michonne to be his and Carl's family. It's a proposal without the romance. He's keeping it safe and platonic. He's like, yes, be my platonic family member, please, Michonne, because Carl needs you. What Rick did in that kitchen, what he asked of Michonne was for Michonne to be his partner in life, platonic partner. And why I say that is that you're going to see it in action. That's why when we get to season 6 and that weird entanglement Rick got himself into, it's going to make it so much easier to explain to you what's going on, what happened, because even if he has to suppress his feeling, deny his feelings, and live his life with her platonically, then so be it. This was Rick's first proposal. We love to say that candlelit dinner was Rick's first proposal. No, this is Rick's first proposal to Michonne. Michonne just doesn't know that he's proposing to her to be his life partner. She has no clue. She just thinks he's inviting her to help him with Carl. But Rick has chosen Michonne as his life partner to be with him and help him raise Carl. And he would love if she would receive him romantically, but because he thinks the feelings are not reciprocated, he's not going to jeopardize the relationship by making her feel awkward in any way and wanting to leave him and Carl. Do you see what I'm telling you? Do you see what Rick literally asks Michonne to be his life partner? Rick is thinking of her and Carl as his family unit. And he's telling her if she needs a break, just let him know. And Michonne's like, I'm done taking breaks, almost losing herself again. She's like, okay, that's over. No, I'm sticking with you guys. I'll be here for Carl and we're it. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it everywhere Rick goes. It's him and his little family. It's him, Michonne, and Carl, and later on, Judith. Always together. That's his family. That's his life partner. That's his wife in his heart and his head. He's just not letting her know that she has him. She has his heart. And he would, in an instant, make it romantic. So what do you think about that? Did any of that occur to you? Did this occur to you when you watched it before or watched it again? Do you see what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments below. I love this episode and I love this moment because it is Rick's first proposal to Michonne.
So what's the plan?
Michonne is asking, what's the plan?
This place. Is it home or just a stop along the way?
She's bought in. Is it home? This place, is it home or is it a stop along the way? You see how she's already thinking. She is not consciously there yet. Rick has asked her to be his family. help him with Carl? And Michonne said yes. Michonne accepted Rick's first proposal. Michonne is not thinking of Rick in a romantic sense, and she's not even thinking Rick sees her in that way. Michonne is just seeing Rick and Carl as just family. Rick is seeing Michonne as a life partner, a platonic wife, but a wife. She's already looking to him. Okay, we're in this together. Is this home? Should we make a life here? And I love seeing them. As I told you in the last video, I love seeing them in a house setting. It fits them. So domestic. It suits them because that's who they are. They are a married couple who has just not consummated their marriage yet. Here. Rick has done it here. They're not seeing it the exact same way, except that they know that they are a family now. Love this couple. Oh my gosh. They're so awesome.
Let's just stay here while we figure it out.
Oh, he says, let's stay here while we figure it out. And you see how uncertain he looks? There are levels to this. He's like hoping she agrees. She already said yes to him, but he's still insecure about her. And in the terms of, will she respect his opinion? Will she stay? Will she really stay? Also, he's so used to Lori questioning and doubting his decision. So that look from Rick is so unsure, and he's just waiting for that blowback. Let's see what Michonne says to him.
Oh, we need more supplies, so I'll go with Carl and get some.
Oh, I'll come too.
You were unconscious yesterday.
I'm awake today.
We need you strong. Just rest. Just one more day.
Look at that. Oh my God. She said, okay. So I'll go and get some supplies. And he's like, oh no, I'll come with you. And she's like, no, rest. Like a wife who loves her husband and wants the best for him. Rest, And Rick finally has someone taking care of him who cares, one, for his opinion. Is this home? Are you going to let this be our base for now? So she respects his opinion. She looks to him. She wants to take care of him. Rest. She's very gentle voice, gentle. Rick is not used to this. Michonne is a phenomenal woman, and you see why he's fallen for her. You see why he's in love with her. He's never met a woman like Michonne. She respects him. She respects his opinion. Rick is always taking care of others. Here is someone looking out for him and taking care of him. Do you know how precious that is to a person who is burdened by everyone taking and taking and taking from him without giving in return? You know how healing and soothing to the soul that is for someone who everyone thinks is strong, but he's just as human, and he wants to have someone share the load with him, help him bear his burdens. And here she said, yes, I'll help you bear the burden with Carl, and I'll help you. I see you, Rick, and I see you are incapacitated, you are ill. Take care, get some rest. I'll take care of what needs to be taken care of in the meantime. And then she reinforces it without making him feel insufficient or weak. She said, we need you strong. She's showing him that, yeah, I rely on you. I respect you too. Rick has found the woman of his dreams. Rick has found the love of his life, because this woman, without even being in a romantic relationship with him or realizing her feelings for Rick, because she has developed feelings for Rick, but she's just not on her radar. Unlike Rick, who knows he has feelings for her. Michonne loves Rick in the true sense of the word love, because love seeks to nurture, to build up, And that's what she does for Rick. Oh my gosh. One of the best relationship in media. Love is a verb. It's what you do. And Michonne is loving beautifully. And he feels it and he's receiving it. He just wishes at this time that it was being expressed romantically, but he'll take it. He's in awe of this woman. Look at his face. Look at how he looks at her. She is different. And as we'll see later on in The Ones Who Live, Rick needs Michonne because she nurtured him. He's never been loved, truly loved and appreciated by another woman until Michonne. He's never experienced it, and having that and having it taken from you, now you see why Rick would do anything to get back to that, to get back to her. Look at him. So Michonne gets her bag and she's walking out, and there it is. Rick is checking her out. See? All those people were like, I never saw that. That was so forced. It came out of nowhere. Meaning Rick and Michonne. Really? Talk about clueless. What man you see looks at a woman's behind like that and you cannot tell that the man is attracted to the woman? And Rick doesn't do it once. He does it several times. He did it in Claire. He did it here. And he's going to do it several more times, right? He has eyes for Michonne's body. He's attracted, very, very attracted to Michonne. He likes what he sees. And he shows it.
How long do you think you'll be?
Fill a couple bags. Shouldn't be too long.
Say 15 now.
8:15.
We'll be back by noon.
You follow her lead. You understand?
He gives Carl his gun.
Hey. Everything okay?
Yeah. I'm just hungry.
Oh, you saw that wink when Rick asked Carl if everything is okay, because he's looking a little down, remembering Judith. And Michonne gives Rick a wink like, I got it. You see, they have a shorthand in communication already. That little unit, Rick, Michonne, and Carl, that's now a family. It was proposed, it was agreed upon, and that's their family now. And you're gonna see them operating that family unit from now on. Always, Rick is going to have his family, Michonne, Carl, and Judith, beside him, with him, all the time, in his protective unit, because that's his family now. Shorthand communication, winking at her hubby, her platonic hubby. But I got this, love.
I'll see you in a couple hours.
Okay, they're walking away. Rick is watching his two loved ones. Look at him. His eyes on them. Oh my gosh, he gets to rest. He gets to breathe. He gets to take some time for himself, and he gets that because of Michonne, a gift from Michonne. Oh, poor thing, he can hardly. He's in pain. Can hardly move. Bandage around his ribs. Yeah, I said his ribs were probably broken. It's almost 8:30 now. He said 8:15 when they left. It's cleaned up and has a book. Oh my gosh.
Find anything good?
Carl and Michonne.
Comic book? Crazy cheese?
Huh?
Bam. Crazy cheese.
No thanks.
You sure?
I'm fine.
No, you're not fine.
You don't seem fine.
Right.
I'm just tired.
First you were hungry, now you're tired. You're just sad, Carl. Michonne is such a kid. But that's gross, Michonne.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good at making boys your age laugh.
What's laughing? Inside.
Inside.
Toddlers find me funny. 2, 3-year-olds.
What do you mean, toddlers?
I had a 3-year-old son.
Andre was 3.
He happened to find me extremely funny.
This house looks neater.
We need food, batteries, water, in that order.
Why did you ever tell me you had a kid?
You should probably switch to this one.
What was his name? Did you have any others? Were you married?
I'll answer. One question at a time. One room at a time. And only after we've cleared it.
Wake up, Rick. Strangers in the house. Poor thing, he can't even get time to rest.
I'm getting an earring.
Oh, you don't have his gun.
Y'all stay down there.
Look at Rick shaking. Oh my gosh. How did he not see him? That movement would have caught my eye. Look at Rick sweating. Oh my gosh. Watch. Shh. And Rick is too weak to fight. Oh my gosh. Look at him shaking. Oh, Rick. He's probably so worried. Probably thought they got a hold of Carl and Michonne. Oh my gosh.
What was your son's name?
Andre.
Andre.
His name was Andre Anthony.
Andre Anthony.
No. One was enough for me. And Andre was a handful, like you.
What are they gonna do with a painting, Carl?
It's the only thing I could find. Does it count?
No.
Technically, yes.
Please. What are you guys gonna do with a painting?
How long has it been?
It happened after everything happened.
Does my dad know?
Never told him. Never told anyone. Till just now.
Your secret's safe with me.
It's not really a secret.
It's still safe with me.
It's a very, very pink room.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
There's a baby in there.
It's a dog.
My dad let me name her. Maybe her and Andre are together somewhere.
That's a beautiful sentiment from Carl. Because remember what he said to Carol about her daughter, Sophia? So for him to say Andre and Judith are probably together in an effort to comfort Michonne, that's a huge step for Carl. It's a beautiful sentiment, and it's a beautiful thing he's done for Michonne by saying that to her, giving her comfort that Andre is okay and with his sister. How ironic. Andre passed and Carl thinks Judith is past, but we know Judith is not past. There, Judith and Andre together think it's like their family, right? They're now a family, Rick, Carl, and Michonne. So by extension, Judith and Andre are family. And as we see in the future with this family, Carl is the one who actually will be with Andre, and Judith will be with RJ. So the roles switched, but them being family and the siblings protecting each other wherever they are remains the same. So the siblings in heaven are with each other, siblings on earth are with each other, protecting each other. Wow, this family was meant to be. It's almost noon.
Dad, I wonder where we are, really.
Your dad will wonder where we are if we're late. See, they operate as a family already. They speak like a family and they love like a family. They are family. It's almost noon, and when they left it was about 8:15, Rick said. And when Rick went to bed it was almost 8:30. He checked his watch. So when Rick was awoken by the voices in the house, he checked his watch. So I was so mad that Rick didn't get his rest, but he did get a little nap in because, as Michonne is saying now, it's almost noon and Rick is going through whatever he is at the house. So he got about at least 2.5 hours of sleep. Oh, they can't catch a break. Rick can't catch a break. Oh my gosh. Michonne gave him a break. Oh, a small one. Now this dude is on the bed snoring. Rick is trying to get out.
You waking me up to see if I'm comfortable?
I wanna lie down.
2 other bedrooms, bitch.
Them's kids' beds. I want this one.
It's claimed.
I didn't hear it.
Claimed. And these idiots fighting over a bed. He's trying to tell him about Rick. When Rick does that head lean. People are crazy. So that's how they knew it was Rick, because this guy got a good look at Rick. Glenn. He must have been unconscious all this time.
We were fighting fighters and you passed out right after we left the prison.
Ah, the orange backpack. So Glenn had it.
On the road till we pass the bus.
We were all dead.
I'll take my chances. I'm gonna have to insist.
That's why I was wondering why he wanted to stop Glenn. Let him leave.
Who is this guy? I'm Sergeant Abraham Ford, and these are my companions. Rosita Espinosa and Dr. Eugene Porter. We're on a mission to get Eugene to Washington, D.C. And he knows exactly what caused this mess. There's 0 chance you will ever find your wife again, alive or dead.
And a gas tank. Interesting fact, the gentleman that you just saw bouncing the ball against the window, I met him. I met him on a show that I was working on. I was walking past the dressing rooms and I saw the door to his dressing room was open and he sat playing his guitar. And I stopped at the door, his dressing room, and he looked up and he was like, "Hi." And I was like, "Hi." And can I ask you a question? He's like, "Sure, come on in." So I went in and I said, "Did you happen to ever work on The Walking Dead?" And he was like, "Yeah, I did." I was like, "Were you the guy that Rick Grimes spit out his throat?" And he said, "Yeah." And I was like, "Awesome, dude." And we talked for a little, but it's a great guy, very down to earth, very pleasant. He looks the same, guys. He looks the same. Windows are locked. Oh my gosh.
Woman backing up in here. They what? Hold down. You hot? Grab your pecker, just the edge out. Found her shirt. Must have washed it this morning. Smells good.
They're saying there's a woman shacking up in that house. They found her shirt. She must have washed it this morning and it smelled good. So it's Michonne's shirt and it's wet because she washed it. So they know that someone was there recently. And the fact that she washed and left it, that means she should be coming back. So, I forgot about this dude on the toilet. Oh, I don't know how Rick handled him though. Because Rick is still injured. Broken ribs? That's. Oh. And that dude is. He's not tall, but he's stout. Come on, Rick. Rick is always into some fight. Oh my gosh. How they didn't hear all that going on upstairs. At least Rick has a weapon now. He opens the door and so that when he turns. Oh, I was like, what's that? Rick threw out his murder jacket. Rick's hair, it's a mess. His boots hanging off like that reminds you of The Wizard of Oz. When I don't remember much about that movie, I do remember feet sticking out somewhere. And how they didn't hear him, falling on the porch. Yeah, that house they were staying in was very messy. The one that Michonne and Carl were in is much better.
Probably because shitbirds packed about 4 pounds of C4 up its ass.
Where is Rosita's clothes? Mosquitoes, insects, twigs. That's just not practical.
Hope you guys make it to Washington.
Wait for me. Well, what the hell else are we gonna do?
Go to Washington. Fix the whole damn world. That way's clear. Who knows what's north? We'll find another vehicle. We'll go with them until we do. Trust me, I'm smarter than you.
Eugene says he's smarter than Abraham, which is true because Abraham is letting this guy lead him on a fool's errand. So, who's the fool and who is the wise one? He looks the same, guys. Hair is a little grayer and longer. Lovely guy. Not this character, though. This character is gross. But the actor is a lovely guy. At least he was lovely to me when I met him. And Rick sees his little family returning. Better do something, dude. The walker saved him just in the nick of time. Or trio on the train track. I like train tracks.
What do you think? Let's go. Let's go.
Sanctuary for all, community for all, those who arrive, survive. So that was the end of Claimed. I couldn't remember how it ended. So it ended with them leaving and seeing the sign for Terminus and Rick deciding to go. Michonne again asking him what they should do, and he said, let's go. Well, she asked him, what did he think? Which is basically, what do you want us to do? And he said, let's go. So again, her putting the decision into his hand, showing him respect and that she respects his leadership, Rick has formed a new family with a woman he loves. As the show progresses, we're going to see the dynamics of that love and the new dynamics of his new family. And no, what happens later on does not negate or contradict anything I'm saying, and I'll prove it to you when we get there. I want to do a video. It will take me a little time to edit because I'm currently editing and trying to post my reaction to the new Netflix drama Adolescence. I reacted to and edited episode 1, but I'm having copyright issues, so I'm working on that. I also did a reaction to Inside Out 2, and I have to edit my reaction to, and also I have to get this reaction edited and posted. Yes, what I was saying is that I want to do a video on the dynamics of Rick and Lori's relationship versus the dynamics of Rick and Michonne's relationship. Talked about it some in the videos, but I want to put visual examples with some of the things that I've been saying, and it's just too much to add it to the episode reactions. So I want to do a separate video on that. So it will take me a little time, but I think it would be worth the effort and the wait. Yeah. Claimed, I thought for some reason the part with Joe catching up to Rick and Michonne was also in this episode, but it's just the initial encounter at the house. I love this episode because of that domestic scene with Rick and Michonne, where Rick proposed to Michonne to become a family with him and Carl. We're gonna see how Rick behaves, how Rick acts in this new relationship, in this new family he has formed. If there are any instances where he tries again to initiate or feel out Michonne, if there is a possibility for more. I think there are a few more instances, but the thing that remains a constant is that Rick walks a very fine line, a tightrope, to ensure that Michonne doesn't flee, that Michonne doesn't feel uncomfortable, and that she stays with them. That's very important for him, and that he doesn't in any way upset the cart with the relationship she has with Carl. And that's love. Rick sacrificing his own feelings, his own happiness for Carl. And he is happy in a way because Michonne is with him. So he gets something out of it. And maybe he hopes it can change one day in the future. But for now, he is accepted and willing to live in the dynamics that she has allowed and that he feels will not scare her into leaving, and in making her comfortable enough to want to stay with them. The irony is that Michonne has no interest in leaving. She was at a crossroads, remember? She went, found the footprints in the sand, and chose that life. She chose them. So Rick has nothing to worry about. But as we saw, that insecurity, but he doesn't have anything to worry about. What do you guys think about this episode? What do you guys think about what I'm saying? Do you agree with me that this is Rick's first proposal to Michonne? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this and can't wait to read them. So I'll close out the video here and thank you again for sticking with me. My channel is growing. I appreciate every one of you so much. The full reaction to this episode will be on Patreon and I'll leave the link below. And please subscribe, like, and share so that we can get more views. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye.